Hello guys, welcome back to Architecture World. We're still on our lecture on how to complete a building plan, and this is the part 4. So in case you're just joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe to our channel and don't forget to turn on the notification bell. So our previous class we ended at the doors and windows schedule. That's where we ended our previous class. So let me check. That's 04. So right now I'm going to check 05. Let's see what we have in 05. We're going to be working it according to what we have. So we already have our let's say our 03. Let's see 05. Okay, 05 is the approach view and the left side. So right here we'll go back. We'll create a copy of this. We're always going to be using this, so that's more reason why I grouped it the first time, because we're going to be using it often. So you create a copy of this, duplicate it, move it to your desired spot. Okay, so move it to your desired spot. The next thing you're going to do right now is edit, because these are the views. That's what we want to create. Let's copy this as well. Let's copy this and take it to the spot. Label it views. You can label these views. Okay, let's say views, cap on. Okay, views 1. Okay, you move it down a bit to a spot like this. I'll come here, change it to views. This is also known as elevations. So I come here, I change it to 05. Okay, perfect. So the next thing I need right now is this approach view. These are the things that I need right now. This approach view. So I'm going to change the roof, because I don't like this roof on it. I'm going to change this roofing system on it. So you come here, you select the roofs, because you want to edit them. Select the roof, remove this plain border from it. So I'm going to select my roof, because I want to change everything on it. Okay, come here, select my roof again. Okay, come here, select it. Okay, so I come to the spot. I think I prefer let's say roof plan. Okay, let me use this roof. Then you come to this part, you choose here. You could go with white. You come to this other part of it, you go with white. Okay, not bad. Let's make that a little bit colorful. Okay, let's put black on that. What do you think? Okay, perfect. So I'm okay with this. So the next thing I need right now is to copy the approach view. The approach view is the front side. So this is the front side of my design. I'm going to copy this approach view. I'll move it. Okay, so move it to this spot and put it here. Okay, let me see what I have. Okay, remember to save your project, guys. Always remember to save your project. So I'll paste it there. I'll go again, I'll copy my left side. I'm going to look for my left hand side. I think that's what I want, left side elevation. So I'm going to go for the left side elevation, being this part. So you look for your left side elevation on your design, then you move likewise. Okay, so come here, I'll move this to the spot. Okay, so guys, if you're just joining us for the first time, don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to always drop a comment. Okay, so move this. Yeah, perfect. I think it's 2 up. Let me say something. Hold on. I'm gonna bring it down a bit. Okay. Let's check something. Views. Let's go this way. Let's go. Too much. Okay, perfect. Now I'm okay with this, so I'm gonna copy this text, put it there, and I'm gonna put the approach view. Yeah, I think that I wrote it. Okay, approach elevation. Let's use the word elevation. Approach elevation. Approach elevation. Okay. Let's copy this here. We'll put here left side elevation. Left side elevation. Okay. Left side elevation. Bring this here. I was supposed to copy this and I mistakenly moved it. So bring it to approach elevation. Always remember to save your project, guys. Always remember, saving your project is very, very essential. So we have this now. That's view 1 on page 005. So let's copy this. Let's copy this. Let's copy this. Let's create a copy of this as well, because we're going for view 2. So let's come here, paste it here, edit this to view 2. Okay, you change this to page 006. This 006. You know, we have 4 side elevation. We just did 2. Let me show you. Let's go to our file 06. Let's check 06. Okay, you can see very well this rear elevation and this right side elevation 06. So let's go here. Let's views. We have changed it to 06. Always remember to do the changes so you don't make mistake. Then let's go. Let's look for the rear elevation. This is the rear elevation. This rear elevation, you don't need to move it. You need to duplicate it because you're still gonna use it when you want to walk the roof. So you duplicate this. You duplicate this because this is where you're going to trace to walk out the roof. Okay, you paste it here. You paste it here. Rear elevation. Okay, then let's go for the left side view. We've done the right side view, right? Let's go for the left. This is the left side view. So I'm going to move this. Sorry, this was supposed to be the left. The first one was supposed to be the right. So we're going to change it. There's a mistake there. Let's come this way. Okay. Now I'm going to change this. This is supposed to be right side. This is my right side. So I'm going to change this to right side view. Okay, then this is my left side view. Left side. Then this is the rear elevation. This is the rear side, being the back of it. Okay, we have the right side view, the left side view, and all the. Now you can see that all the elevations are here. We have all the elevations. So that is 05 and 06 done. Now let's check 07. Let's go to 07 and see what we have in 07. Okay, 07 is the roof details. 07 is the roof details. So it's going to take us a little time to get this done. So let me close this first, then close this as well. Okay, and close this. Okay, 07 is the roof details. And for that, we need to first of all come to the spot. The roof details, I like using the plain part of it, the rear view, to work it out because it's easy to trace. Now take it for example, if you want to trace the approach view, there are a lot of designs on it. It's going to take you time. Likewise, the right side view, you can see there are a lot of designs going to take you time, but the rear view is very easy to trace. That is more reason why I always like tracing the rear view. So this is what you're going to trace, the back of the building, because it's not as complicated as the rest part of it. So guys, this part, you really need to pay attention to this part because this part is very vital. In fact, it's everything you need. This is the after the ground floor, after O2, this is the part where is also very important in the construction, because this is the part where you need to determine the depth of the foundation, what is going to work from the damp proof course down to the roof section. This is where you're going to have it. So let's dive back to our class. First, we need to pick a line tools. So let's take this first. Then what you want now is to activate trace. We take this, you trace this design, zoom, trace all the important part of this design. That's what you need to do right now. You trace all these parts. You can see the way I'm tracing it, all the part that is important. You don't need the borders, you don't need the colors, you just need this part to be plain, like 2D. See if it's ArchiCAD format. That's what you need right now. So you don't need any other thing rather than this. So just carefully create a trace of everything. Carefully, you put a trace on everything. I'm going to fast forward it, but I'm just trying to show you first what you want to do. You see, you're going to zoom everything. You're going to zoom all these parts. You create a trace for it. You zoom this part. Okay. You zoom this part. Trace all the important parts. All parts that you know that is very, very important. That is what you're going to trace. All the parts. Don't miss out. Don't miss out, because it's very, very important. You can see the way I'm doing it. That is how you have to trace it. If you can pick a single line, if you're doing a single job, you just pick a single line like this. Okay, you come down here, pick all the part of it. Okay, now I got there. Okay, now let me pick these tools. I'll come here. I'm trying to trace my concrete fissure. Then I'll pick these tools again. I'll put it here. Then here I'll just pick these tools and put it here. Come to the end point. I'll pick the same tools here. Put it here. Change to single. Put it here. You can see I'm tracing all the steps of the parapet. That's what I'm working on right now. Okay, and come here again. And come here. Okay, now I'll take this. Let me go to the roof plan. I'll pick this. Sorry, there's an error there. And come here. I'll pick this. I'll pick this. I'll pick this. I'll pick this. this, pick this. Okay, sorry. You come to fill tools. If you want to pick the roof, you come to fill tools because you're going to create a border for it. Come to fill tools, you pick it from here down to the spot, then down to the spot, then this. Okay, create it. So you pick your fill tools, okay. I pick this, so now I'm gonna take this part, to this part. Let's come back here to this part. Come here, take this, to this part, you drop it here, you delete this off because you don't need it. I'm going to delete this. Let's see what we have. The next is the fill tools. We pick here, we delete, we pick here. We have not traced that part that you see, it has not been traced, so we have to come here, pick our fill tools again, then we trace this part. Okay, so we'll delete the roof off. Now let's change this to something light. And let's come to roof. Let's look for something cool for this. Okay, let's increase this a bit. Yep, so you see, well, we have this now. So we'll go on more on trace. We pick our line tools, we take this, we get this to the spot. Okay, so what's next? You come down here, you pick your line tools, you trace this to the spot, you trace this to the spot, take this, doing this. We don't need to trace this light, so the light is not really necessary. There is nothing you're going to do with the light, so I'm not going to trace the light. So I'm just going to take this, So guys, the next thing we need to do is delete all this off. You have to delete all those things off. Okay, you delete this off again. You pick your line tools. Okay, you delete this off. This goes off, 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 off. Okay, you take this off. You delete, you take this off, you take this off, take this off. Okay, take this off. Come here, take this line tools here, create the extension wall here, take these tools, create the extension wall here. You take the next tools, you create the extension wall. You take this off, you take this off, you take this off, you take this off, take this off, take this off. Okay, take this off. I have not traced this. That is why you see it disappears completely, so I have to trace this. Okay guys, you can see very well it's coming out great. You can see. So guys, okay, now after this I've completed my trace. Let me check something. You can see my trace is completed. So the next thing for me to do is create all these extensions and create this down. This earth let me make a zoom for you to see this earth, this spot. Okay, hold on guys, this part is the earth, this is the soil. Some people do create a design on this part, but me, I really don't do it. I just create this line guide, this soil, this is the earth. So from this spot, this is the damp proof course, this is the PC layer, the ground floor slab, that's this. Then this is the damp proof course. Then from this spot to this spot is the leveling. Then let's go back. We already have this, we have this, then we have this, then we need to have a wall here too. So we could just duplicate this wall. Could duplicate this wall like this to create, let's say 150 millimeter. Okay, I have it. Then I need it here too. 150 millimeter. Likewise, offset backward 150 millimeter. Okay, then here 150 millimeter. Okay, so now the next thing I'm going to do here is take a line tools and take a rectangular one, then create the column. This is like a column, this is like the footings. So I'm going to create this. Okay, I'll move it here to this spot. Then I'll create a copy of this. I'm going to take it up. Okay, I'll create a copy of this. I'll paste it there. I'll create another copy. I'll paste it there. I'll take the next one. I'll paste it there. Take the next one. And do the same here. So that is okay for me, so I can take this up so that I have more space. We already know that this is the damp proof course. So the next thing for you to do right now is create a thick line for this. So we'll come here, we'll pick our fill tools, we'll pick our square. Okay, so we'll take it there. Perfect. So let's duplicate this. Let's duplicate it. Okay, so you see it's coming up greatly. So what do we need is the down part of it. This has to be below the DPC level. Okay, this has to come to the spot. Okay, so now you can either use your fill line or you can use your normal line. Let me show you something. So since this is the ground level, you just pick something like earth, anything you just feel like using, you just pick it up. Then you come this way, you pick these tools, you come here. Depending on how you want to design it, that is how you will design it. Depending on how you come here, you pick this, paste it there. You see it has covered your earth. So you just come here, you change this to white, you come here, you change this to this, and you have it. So this is the earth. You can start to use it this way. This is the earth, this is the soil that the building is sitting on. So this is the earth. You can see just exactly the way it ought to be. So always remember to save your project, guys. This is the earth of it. Let's bring this down, just covering our design. Let's bring it. Okay, so you can see it very well, guys. This is the earth part of it. Okay, now we need this. We need this label right now. So let's come this way. Let's take our line tools and take this. Then we'll bring this there because we want to label it. So come this way. You could use color on this, whatever color you choose. You can say I use green. I use green in almost all my design. So right here you can use color. So we'll come here, we'll pick our test tools, or you can just go create a copy of the test tools. Okay, you copy this, come here. I'm going to show you what I want to do right now. So I paste it here, I'll come here, let me check something. Okay, it's too much, I think so. Okay, now I'm coming, guys. I'm going to explain. I just copied from the previous class, but I'm going to explain it to you guys, don't worry. Now guys, let's see what I just copied. Let's check something. Okay, it's complete. Foundation beds. Let me pick my line tools. Pick your line tools and create a line within the spot. Okay, now guys, this is the damp proof course. This is the foundation details. You can see, because from this part to this part, from this part to this part is all about the foundation. So this is the foundation details, and now the engineer on ground will start interpreting the plan from this part. From this part, you can see this is 225 millimeter by 675 millimeter concrete cover. This design was for a story building. So I'll come here, I'm going to change it to 150 millimeter, 150 millimeter concrete cover. You understand? 150 millimeter by 750 millimeter. Now this 150 millimeter is the height of the concrete, and this is the width of the concrete. You know, the excavation, this is the width of it. 750. You can try to use 600 millimeter. You can try to use let's say 650 millimeter or whatever, but I always prefer using 675 millimeter. And this is the concrete foundation bed, being the casting, the height of the casting, the foundation change should not be less than 150 millimeter. This for the engineer, I don't need to explain this. Then this is the earth filling. You know, after the casting you have the earth filling, then you have the 450 millimeter hardcore fillings. This is for, maybe normally this part is being used for filling stations. It's not common in residential and commercial building. Now, you know, after the concrete cover you have your block wall. You really don't need to stay those things. Then after the block wall you have your earth filling, being putting your lightrights, whatever you want to use to fill your DPC. That's what we call earth filling. Then after the earth filling, you have, if you want to put hardcore, like you're building a filling station or there is an available hardcore, you put your hardcore 450 millimeter after compacting this earth filling. Then after that you have your concrete cover, your ground floor slab at 150 millimeter concrete. That's what you have, your DPM. So 150 millimeter concrete. You're going to write all those things down. Since it's a bungalow, a story building is different, but bungalow is different. Now after this 150 millimeter concrete, the next thing is, after the German floor, the next thing is the verified ceramic tiles floor finish, is the tiling. You know, after your German floor, after you finish building your house, the tiles is the next thing. So these are the place. This is what foundation details means. Foundation details is you telling the engineer on ground the thickness of concrete he or she has to use to cast the foundation of that structure, then telling the engineer how to put the earth filling. Then in case hardcore is available, the engineer has to make use of it. Then the concrete cover after the hardcore, like the DPC level, the ground level, you want to cast it, this is where you used. Then the verified ties, the same thing. So after that, guys, we'll come to the upper side, being the roof section. So I'm going to copy this. I just move this line up. Okay, just move this line, come in, paste it here. Okay, now let me go copy it. I'm still going to explain. I have other class to do. That's why I can't type this much, so you just have to follow it so we can be able to do it together. So I'll create a copy of this. I'll pick, this is a test tools I just picked. because I need it right now. So I'm going to pick it up and paste this here. Okay, I'll create a zoom. Let me increase the front. Okay, now guys, this is for the roof. This is for the roof. Take your line tools and create a line here. This for the roof. Okay, 2 up. Let me bring it down. Okay guys, now you can see this is the roof details. Now the roof detail starts from this concrete fissure. You know, from here to here is the concrete fissure. So the roof detail starts from this POP level. Now this is the POP level. You can't interpret it from this way, rather you interpret it from the upper way. And I'm using a Gerard roof here. I'm using a Gerard, or let's say long span, whatever. So whatever you're using, the ridge cap, that's the first thing you're gonna see. The ridge cap, you can see very well this edge are the ridges. Now the long span roofing sheet. So if you're using a Gerard roofing sheet, you state it here. Whatever roofing sheet you want to use, that's what you state here. So long span roofing sheet. Then this is 50 by 75 millimeter pole lines. This from this part down to this part is the woodwork. From this part down to this part is the woodwork. The materials needed for the woodwork, like 75 by 100 millimeter tie beams, 75 by 100 millimeter work plate, 50 by 50 millimeter silly joints, then POP silly. So you need to write this place first, roof details, then you put your ridge cap, you put your long span roofing sheet or whatever roofing sheet you want to write. Then this other part, just write them exactly like this, because these are the common details in roofing. So you really don't need to start thinking of what to use. These are the common details in roofing, so you could just write them exactly like this.